So I'm staring at the new banana plant, lamenting the fact that the leaf looked like it got a little frost. Then I looked up. And it's sprouting right out of the middle. It made it through the winter in the garage. We are going to bring it in when this storm hits. Seems like just overnight the blackberry has put on some more runners. And if this will hold off blooming, at least a couple more days, we ought to be just loaded with blackberries. And just overnight, the grape I was worried about is leafing out. One more thing I'm going to have to cover this weekend. And of course our pole beans are starting to come up. But this right here is a great example of a question I got about seeds in the hay. Yeah, we got a little bit of grass coming up there, but it's only in the hay. What I do there, you just get underneath it, just flip that up. See, that's just in that top layer of mulch. Drop it, it becomes part of the mulch. It also allows you to get some air going in here. So why am I over here in the corner by the compost pile? We got another box, and this was a series I've been planning. Now, I'm not going to tell you really who I got it from. We're going to test this stuff out first. We're going to do a series of episodes on container gardens. I'm going to make sure we get potatoes, sweet potatoes, and peanuts. Bull ain't going to take it all. We're going to do a little container gardening, and I thought this might just be the ticket. So come on, let's see what we got. We've got a box, and I'm pretty sure this is what I think it is. Yes, it is. We got some super heavy-duty 5-gallon grow bags. I'm not going to tell you where I got them yet. We're going to do this for a couple days. If these things don't hold up, they aren't any good, I'm not going to tell you they are. But let's open this up and see what we got. There's 10 in here. They're packaged pretty well. I'm not getting paid to review these bags. Let's get one of these out. I know we got this cold snap coming. There's 2 of them. Oh, look at that. Well, looks a little bigger around than a 5-gallon bucket. Not quite as tall. It appears to be stitched up pretty well. I'm not sure what kind of fabric that is, but it seems pretty tough. Well, let's get some compost in here. I got a couple things I want to start. We're going to grow these up by the house, but I need to get the compost out here. So come on, let's plant. And the reason we're over here, this is just mulch on top of the finished compost. We'll just move this out of the way. Look how beautiful that is. Just look how beautiful that is. Perfect size for my pitchfork. I think I saw a worm go down in there, which was awesome. I think that's plenty. Well, what are we going to plant in this first one? I think we're going to plant potatoes. I'm going to put this little bitty guy and this bigger one right in here. I'm just going to put a little bit. I think Ruth Stout would have just dropped it on the ground and covered it with mulch. I'm going to put a little bit more of this compost on there. Then I'm going to take some of this hay, just going to kind of break that up. Spread that around in here. That's wonderful. I think this is going to work just fine. And it's not too heavy. I got about I got about 15 pounds of soil in there. I got one other thing I want to plant. Let's go ahead and fill another one of these up. This is great. Perfect size for a shovel. I'm going to put a little more in this one than I did in the other one because I'm going to grow something different in this one. Take that on up close to the top, I think. I don't know how exactly to measure whether that's actually 5 gallons or not, but you know what? It's this much, and I think I can grow in this much. And any bigger, I think it's going to start getting real heavy. I'm thinking we grow some peanuts. Take me out to the ball game. I just love opening these up. You know, we grew these last year and I saved a bunch for seed. And I'm just gonna open them and drop them in here. You know, I get comments all the time about how happy I am. It's more that I'm just amazed. Doing this is very simple. I always thought it was hard. I always was on the end of a hoe, always tedious work. But you come out here with the deep mulch, and the work's effortless. And then what you get to do is shell your own peanuts. And I would have never believed it. So poke those down in just a little bit. And I'm gonna wait till I get up to the house to put some water on these. There's no need of getting water down the leg of your pants while you're carrying them up to the house. Now the 5-gallon bucket fits nicely inside there with plenty of room around the edges. But now that I've opened them up and I've started to use them, these are pretty good. And if you're interested, there'll be a link in the description box below. I'm not going to fill this up until it overflows because I don't want to get it too soggy. I don't know how well this is going to drain. As soon as this cold front passes, we'll go ahead and plant out the rest of these, and I hope you join me for that. And then we'll just test these this year. This seems like it's good enough. Then we'll see what we get. Hopefully a batch of potatoes and a batch of peanuts. Now you can do this too, whether it's in a small container on your windowsill, whether it's a bucket garden, whether it's a bag garden, whether it's a traditional garden. If you'd like to know more about the deep mulch, click that link right there and I'll meet you back in the garden. If you want to learn about planting in the deep mulch, click that link right there and I'll meet you back in the garden. The weatherman says rain is coming. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.